G'day all, it's Colin from PC TLC and thanks for joining me. In this video I'm going to be setting up my Debian 10 SID desktop. We'll start with downloading or setting up first of all Flatpak. So we'll set up our Flatpak, open up a terminal, increase the size of that so we can see what's going on. So I should have been sudo apt install Flatpak. Yes and enter. Then we'll install the software plugin. I've got to remember to type sudo first. Yes and enter. Now we add the FlatHub repository. And that is Flatpak complete. Now we need to restart, but what I'm going to do first is a few other things first. So let's move this workspace to this window to workspace 4, and then we'll go back to workspace 1 and work with that. So I'm going to download Etcher, the latest Etcher. We'll save that. And also Kdenlive. Go to downloads, there's a new Kdenlive out. I've been using Blender, but I am very keen to try out the latest Kdenlive. So I want to see what that's like. So we click on that plus button to drop that down, and then click on this one here. And then we go down to the bottom and 1908. So there's two there, there's one on the 18th of August. So let's go for that one. Oh, that's an A. Okay, that one's not an A. So there we go. Let's click on that one. Now with Kdenlive app image, the 1904 I think it is. 1904 I was using was having some audio video sync problems. So I have sent them a bug report for that. Haven't heard nothing back, but now they've done an update. So it could have been my bug report, not sure, but I doubt it. But I did the right thing. So we'll just wait for those things to download on the turtle internet, the tortoise internet. So while that is downloading, we can go, we can shift workspaces here, and we can open up the software center, which is down here. Welcome to software. Let's go shopping. GNOME software needs to be restarted to use new plugins. Not now. We shall do that later. I want to look for Libre menu. Alright, so maybe we need to restart that. GNOME software needs to be restart now then. So it's adding the Flatpak, so we didn't need to restart. I think we still need to restart. We still need to do a reboot, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so let's look for Libre menu. Actually, have we got menu in the system? No, we don't. No menu. Nope. Oh, that's interesting. They don't have Libre menu in the repositories here. Menu editor. It's probably that one there. That would have to be Libre menu. Debian unstable main. Menu editor, main menu. I think the menu editor is the Libre menu, I'm pretty sure. How do we find that out? Let's install that one anyway. An advanced menu editor that provides modern features in a clean, easy to use interface, all without GNOME dependencies, so even lightweight systems can benefit from the sanity that Menu Libre. Oh, well, see, I'm searching for the wrong thing, aren't I? So let's install that. Menu Libre. What am I calling it? Libre menu. Well, I was close. All right, that's that done. See how the downloads are going. Oh, one's looking at 2 hours. We have downloaded Etcher. So what I'm going to do is There's the latest etcher there. So cut that into home. Now I'm going to put it in apps. So I've got places where I keep all my apps anyway. So we've got etcher, and that way when so 1.556 I don't have, so there's been another update to that. You can see all the etchers I've got there. So if I extract that here, this is always on my disk, and this is my data drive. So whenever I hook my data drive back up and link my downloads, which I've done in the home drive there, they're linked. Then it's a matter of just hooking up to the etcher that I extract in here. So that's the etcher there. So we'll just double check and properties, permissions, and it's allow executing file as program. So we've done that. So what we need to do is go to the menu, and we'll put that into, well actually let's run etcher. Etcher's a funny one. You probably don't have to put it in a menu, because once you run it, it'll make its own menu anyway. But however, I want to make a launcher for it anyway. We'll put it in System Tools and add a new launcher, add launcher, call it etcher. Now I'm just going to call mine etcher, but the etcher app image I'll call it, because if it makes its own launcher it'll be called Balena etcher. So let's browse files, and it will be under my apps and etcher. There's the new one there. Let's go OK. And the command will be in the same place. There's the folder there, and that one there. So it's in System Tools. Give it a description, USB image writer, and let's save that, save launcher. And then if we search for etcher, it'll be there. And I have no doubt that that will also make itself another launcher. So if we search for etcher now, we might have two. No, there's only one. All right, so there's only one. I bet you if I do a restart, will probably two, I would say. So I'm going to download Quagga Win, the Quagga Win theme. I quite like that theme. It's a nice theme at the moment, so I'm enjoying that one. So we'll download that. Hopefully that won't take too long. That's already downloaded. Yep, that's all right. So let's have a look at that. Be in my downloads. Quagga, let's cut that out of there and go to Home. Control H to show hidden files. I doubt whether there's a dot theme in here, so we'll new folder, dot themes. Paste it in there, extract here, and then we'll go to tweaks, which is in Debian out of the box. Go to appearance, and we'll choose the Quagga Win. Looking much better. Window title bars, I want the left and the right there as well. Those ones there. The minimize and maximize, I just cannot do without those. Now the other thing I want to look at is if we can find whether they have the papyrus in the repos. So we'll do an apt search papyrus icon theme. So let's do a sudo apt install papyrus icon theme. Now the other thing you could probably do is if you open the Software Center and do a search for papyrus, and it didn't find anything, so don't think the software picks up everything that's in the repos. So I'm going to do it this way. So that's Papyrus installed. Now, the other way we could have done that is, I don't know if we've got Synaptic installed. Yes, we do. So we could have gone to Synaptic Package Manager. And we could do a search in there because Synaptic picks up everything that all the repos do. Software doesn't. So we do a search for Papyrus. There's Papyrus icon theme. So we could have right-clicked that and marked for installation and then apply. Could have done it that way. So that's your other software center that's in between terminal and software. So that's a very handy one too, and it picks up a lot more. So let's go to Appearance again and see whether that's there, icons. Now we may need to restart the tweaks, Appearance, icons, and Papyrus. And there we have a lovely set of Papyrus icons looking good. The shell theme I'm not too fussed about, to be honest. This is painstakingly, ridiculously, absolutely slow. So I'm gonna look for GIMP and see whether we've got the latest GIMP in here. Let's have a look at that one. That's from the Debian repos, and that's 2.10. So I shall install that from the repos. I don't know what the other one was. FlatHub. I would rather from the repos if I can. I don't do app image from the repos because there's too many Qt dependencies and so forth. So I like to keep the system clean and just use app images. That's another advantage of app images, or Flatpak, sorry. No, app image. That's an advantage of app image. I try to use all Flatpaks these days if I can. I just find they seem to integrate better. I've had no problems with either snaps or Flatpaks, but I just find Flatpaks a little bit easier to work with. Snaps are easy too. I don't know, I've just gravitated towards Flatpaks for some reason. I don't have anything against snaps. I think they're pretty good as well. So let's try GIMP. Yep, so GIMP's installed. So let's escape out of there and we'll try. So I'm looking for Blender. I've now learnt to use Blender and Kdenlive, so it's good to be able to know how to use two of them. Now I think I was using the Flatpak, which is 2.8, and I think in the repos it's slightly behind 2.79. I'm going to stick with this 2.8 one because I know that much better. So we've got the 2.8 there. I won't install yet. I'll wait for this download to complete. This slow, agonizing, painful download. I cannot complain. It went from 3 days to 5 days and then to about 20 minutes. So I can't complain. So I have got in my downloads, you'll probably find I have under my apps, I'll have a Kdenlive here. So I had the 19.04.3 and then the 04.2e and then the 3.2e had a problem. The 3 was working better, but then it started having the same problems as this one, which was the audio video sync. So I'm hoping that this one is better. Just do a quick check to see we got Thunderbird. Thunderbird is installed, so that's fine. I'm not sure what we have for an image viewer. Image viewer, Shotwell. So we've got Shotwell here. Okay, so we have downloaded Kdenlive app image 1908A. Let's cut that into apps and Kdenlive, where I keep all the others, paste it there. Let's just check the properties, make sure it's allow executing file as program, so it hasn't had that checked yet, so let's do that. So while we are setting up a menu for that, we will install Blender Flatpak. So let's get that on the way. Hopefully that doesn't take as long as downloading Kdenlive app image. So we need to be in menu editor. We're going to put that in sound and video and create new launcher. Call it Kdenlive. Browse files. We'll go to my Kdenlive file there, and I've got a image for that. Give it a description, a powerful video editor, and the command downloads apps Kdenlive 1908A, that one there. Save the launcher, and we shall look for Kdenlive. Launch that, and there we go. Help and about Kdenlive 1908. So that's that running. Now I could double click this app image and it'll open anyway, as you can see. All we've done is just created a launcher to launch Kdenlive from that app image. It's the same thing. So as you can see, the app image hasn't taken off yet, but normally that's normal that it can take a little while, then all of a sudden it just takes off. And you can see what I'm talking about there. It went straight to 20%. Now what I like about this scenario is I've got two video editors. One has a lot of Qt apps. I'm not sure what Blender's based on, whether it's Qt or GTK or what. I'm not 100% sure, but at least I don't have to download the libraries because the Flatpak has them all within it. Although Flatpak can share from one Flatpak to another, it can do that. All right, so I've got some sort of error here. I might just try that again. Install, it's happened before, pretty sure. Yep, I had that error there. I just clicked on install again, and it completed the process, no problem at all. So we'll have a look at Blender. Well, actually, Blender's not installed, is it? All right, so it may be a case of I need a reboot, more than likely. The other thing I'm going to do is open up my cherry tree, go for Codecs for Debian. So we've got the keyring and the multimedia installed. So we need to run these commands here. It's already the newest version, that one, that's good. So we'll try libdvd css2. I'm not too worried about audio because I don't have a DVD player in here where I can rip music or whatever. But I'm just going to install this stuff anyway. And ffmpeg, which is very important as well. So everything should be good to go with all that installed. So I only needed to install these ones from there onwards. And that's my codecs done. Now I want to go to software again. Shall install Handbrake, unstable main, 1.2.2, FlatHub 1.2.1. So we'll go for this one here from the repos, which is good. And that is Handbrake installed. So after doing all that, I think it's time for a reboot, and we'll come back into the system once I've logged back in. So I'm back in the system, and all seems to be going well. One thing I haven't installed was MPV player. I like that player, MPV media player. Oh, it was already installed. I didn't know that, MPV. So we need, oh, that's the back end, is it? So we need the front end, is it? So we'll go to the software store and probably GNOME MPV, is it? Installed, so we need GNOME MPV player. That's from unstable main, MPV, there's MPV player. So that is all good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go directly to my data drive for now, and I shall open a new window. So what I want to do is in my data drive, which is here, I've got .mozilla, Google Chrome, Thunderbird, what I want to do is let's move that Thunderbird to trash. That's in my home folder. Move to trash. This one will create link. Cut and paste that in here and rename it to Thunderbird. And we shall do the same with Mozilla. We shall move that to trash. Create link to this one. Cut and paste that in here. Rename to .mozilla. Now when I open up Firefox, you'll see a completely different Firefox altogether. Well, actually maybe not. This is running ESR, Extended Support Release. So that did not work for Firefox. So let's remove the Mozilla link. Let's move that to trash, and let's go to trash and let's restore the original. Restore from trash, and then that should have DuckDuckGo. So that's back to normal. So that's not a problem there. So what I'll do is, for the purpose of showing you how to link up those things, I will install Google Chrome, because obviously this is not going to work on a extended support release. So that's download Chrome, accept and install with GDebi will do. That's 4.8 megabytes per second. So how fast was that? So that's a bit of a different contrast to the previous download. Requires the installation of 2 packages. Install package. That should probably take us directly to the software, I would have thought. So accept and install. So install package. Looks to me like it's not working with a GDebi. So I don't know what happened with the download one, but that doesn't seem to want to work unless this one doesn't work either. This is local on my, so that's working. So for some reason that didn't want to install from in GDebi through the download system. So I don't know what's going on there. So that seems to be installed. So Google Chrome. Let's try that out. Oh yeah, here it is. No, I don't want it default at the moment. No, I don't want to send that. And open up Google Chrome. So as you can see, it's a fresh Google Chrome. Nothing special about it. So what we can do now is go to my data drive, my downloads and apps. Actually, no, directly in my data drive is Google Chrome. So what I'll do is I'll create a link for that. And in my home folder, and I think it's .config, you'll have a Google Chrome in here. So move that to trash. Cut that and paste it in here. Rename to Google Chrome. And now when I open Google Chrome, it should be as it was when I left Zorin OS, which you can see it is. So now I've got everything back up and running just like that. Only problem is, which I wasn't aware of, seems to be that Firefox Extended Support Release does not like to use the backed up folder. So I could probably install Firefox, but we'll just leave that for now. Sometimes I use Firefox to do banking and stuff, so that should be all right. Now the same thing I did with my home folders. Now as you can see with these ones here, the links are quite large. I like the papyrus icon theme, but I don't like that link too much. Now only other one that I've found that's pretty good is this one here, Dharma Dharmas icon theme, which is quite good. It's a bit Windows-like, this icon, but I like the way it conceals the look of the link. That's quite handy. So let's try that. So while that's downloading, we will put in our home folder .icons, create a new folder called .icons. So once that downloads, is that complete? Yes, it is. We'll go to downloads, cut that into home and .icons, paste that, extract here. We'll go to tweaks, appearance, icons, try the Dharma Dharmas. So let's check that out. So as you can see, it's very windowish. However, if we Control H to hide hidden files, you can now see that if you have a look at the links here, they're not as prominent as the other ones. You can hardly see them on the videos. It's hidden in there. So if we zoom that in a little bit, you can see on the videos, you can only just see that one there. It blends in very well. Same with the pictures one. These ones are a bit more outstanding, but they're nowhere near as much as the other ones are. So I like the way that conceals that. So that's another good icon theme if you're after another good icon theme. And let's just check out the themes here. So they're very bright and crisp. So I don't mind that icon theme. So I'll see how that goes. That was my Debian 10 SID desktop setup. All is going well so far. Wallpaper compliments of Charlie Henson, and I'll leave a link to that. And his link is always under my videos. He does some really good work. That completes my desktop setup on Debian 10 SID. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting and informative. And thanks for watching.